Like many people, I grew up with Mary Poppins the film with Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke and fell in love with it. And I know Disney had been trying for many years to get it brought to the stage, so everyone was very excited when they did the Broadway production, which I saw, and I really liked the production, although I didn't love the production for a number of reasons. And I was excited to get to direct it here because as I was watching it on Broadway, I thought, you know, I knew what they were going for. They were going a little bit more like the book, and but people really expect the movie. And so this production, it differs a little bit from Broadway, and then I'm trying to make it a little warmer and a little bit more like the movie in terms of connecting with the audience. And for that reason, I'm really excited to do it here at the Moonlight, which is a theater I love working at.
I guarantee we hope they'll stay. Let's wait and see. Uncanny nannies so hard to find. Unique yet me unspeakably kind.
Honey?
We are Mr. and Mrs. Banks, the father and mother of Jane and Michael Banks, and the story is all about Mary Poppins coming to save our family, really.
Obviously, she's playing Winifred Banks, and I'm playing George Banks, just to clear that up. No, it's very exciting. We've not played opposite each other in 15 years, so to get to take this journey, which really does have the arc of the show because it is about this troubled family and a troubled dad and husband. And
He's awful.
It's really awful.
He's awful.
I have to hug those children before, after, every break. I'm not a bad guy, but it's a great story to tell, and it's one that I think resonates with a lot of people that have maybe come from a broken home, and you know, there's always the redemption at the end, which is nice. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's I'm really loving the role. Well, I think it brings a certain realness. There's no faking it. There's a chemistry that Bets and I share that, you know, eventually maybe you can get there with an actor and actress, but it's already built in. And it's been interesting watching the cast watch the rehearsal process because, you know, we're very sincere and honest, and it's emotional, and
Yeah, we cry a lot. Right now,
Italian.
Right now we're crying a lot. We're hoping that by the time we open, we can get that under control and just tell the story to the audiences. But
Well, we're
right
telling
now,
the story, but it's emotional.
emotional.
It's really emotional. I mean, Julian Fellows, who's best known for Downton Abbey, he wrote the book for Mary Poppins for the musical, and it's incredibly deep, and a large majority of that depth goes to the Bankses, and so yeah, we're having a great time.
Yeah, and we love our children. They're awesome.
So lucky.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no warts. That's the part I put in. Play games, all sorts.
Sure. Well, I think that, first of all, I love the movie. Of course, I grew up watching the movie. It's probably my all-time favorite movie, and ever since the movie and when I first heard there was a Broadway show coming out, I always wanted to play the part. I've done a lot of roles that I would say are similar. I've done My Fair Lady twice, I've done Marion and the Music Man, I've done Sarah Brown and Guys and Dolls, so kind of similar roles, but Mary Poppins has always been my number one, my dream role, so I'm so excited to finally get to play her, and I think it's such an interesting character, and of course it's a hard shoes to fill with Julie Andrews, but she's my favorite, and so I'm so thrilled to get a chance at the role. And it's fun because the movie is perfect, I think. It's a fabulous movie, but I've been reading the books, and I love how the musical is the perfect combination of the classics from the movie and incorporating P.L. Travers' books. And for anyone who saw Saving Mr. Banks, it's going to be that much more special because there's a little history there with P.L. Travers and what she wanted, and so the musical is really the perfect combination of the movie and the books. So it's fun.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But it doesn't mean anything. It can mean exactly what you want it to.
I so far have had so much fun working with these kids. Our Jane and Michael Banks, they are so good, and we immediately hit it off, and I love working with them on stage and off stage, so I'm really looking forward to all the scenes with them. I'm good friends with a lot of the cast, with Steve and Bette, so it's really special to get to do it with them. And I think singing the songs, because I've always loved Jolly Holiday, Feed the Birds is classic and one of my favorites, so I'm really looking forward to getting to sing that great material. So I couldn't pinpoint one thing. I'm excited about the whole process.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Better days I've never known.
You can ask the castles that you marry.
Nothing's ever set in stone.
For some reason, this show, Mary Poppins, I was fortunate enough to see on Broadway twice, both times standing room only. At the time it came to me, it was a very special, magical show. I did grow up with Disney, as most American kids did, to a lesser extent so. It was definitely more so the movies that I saw, but this was very present to me. Movie musicals is what allowed me to love musical theater as well. And just the character and the actor, Dick Van Dyke, playing such a role that I myself feel I can definitely associate with being the tall, lanky, kind of comedic character type guy that also gets to sing and dance and tap and goof around on stage, just fit the mold perfectly for me. And when this came through very unexpectedly, I was so very pleasantly surprised, and I still find myself getting very emotional when I listen to the score. There's something about the way that it's constructed, the way the chords change, the way the lessons are just imbued in everything he says and everything Mary says, and the lesson of a father figure stepping up and being a father to their children. That is very dear to my heart. And so to be that kind of character that's both on the audience side of the story and on the actor side of the story is such a neat connection, because you get to connect both worlds, tell the story and also live through it. So I think there's a lot of magic in this one, and I'm excited to explore and see how that magic comes across that fourth wall.
Many chim-chim-cheree, now guardian angels you don't often see. They're not highfalutin, not grand or aloof. No, they're covered in soot and they're up on your roof.
Chimmy-chimney, chim-chim-cheree.
See? It's true!
I was totally excited. I felt like it was going to be such a fun experience. I was out of my mind crazy.
I was pretty ecstatic. It was pretty fun because there weren't that many boys, but they're still really good, and I didn't know if I was going to get it. I'm just really excited that I got the part. It sounded really fun that I was going to be able to get in Mary Poppins.
O-C-I-O-U-S.
Smarty pants.
S-U-P-E-R-C-A-L-I-N-R-A-G-I-L-I-S-T.
I'm looking forward to getting into Moonlight, getting on the stage, start adding in all the tech, all the costumes, all the lighting, the sound, everything, and putting it all together. I'm having a lot of fun in rehearsal right now. So far it's been an awesome experience.
I'm just looking forward to all the special, like all the flying and all the, like with Mary Poppins flying down and up away and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to when we get everything in, the lighting and the tech and